everybody. Welcome back to Lord Podcast. Yay! This is the first episode Haley and I are recording as, hosts together.
Ooh, you fancy.
So we'll actually, have, a conversation to some degree, a lot of back and forth. Like I said, this is my preferred method as, a podcast host. So I just thought it was appropriate to have somebody on here because it's really hard to talk about things when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
And then nobody emails you stories, so it's like you don't have a podcast. Like I said, I think my mom's the only one who listens, but I don't even think she's listening right now, so my Aunt Chris does.
Oh, hey.
Yes, bitch. Shout out. Thanks for getting excited. Anyway, Haley, if you wanted to let everybody know what we're going to be talking about today.
So today we're going to be talking about something that we kind of hit on our 6-part series. Mm-hmm. Nightmares, sleep paralysis, and just things of this sort.
Yeah, so, we can just kind of jump right in. If, I don't know if you want to start or if you want me to start.
Well, it doesn't really matter to me.
Okay, well, I'll just go because, this, like I said, I've talked about it in, I think my first episode because I just kind of, nobody knew I was doing a podcast until I, put it out. So I was just going to give my personal accounts of, the weird shit that was happening to me. But I have sleep paralysis, all the time. All the time. It's gotten a lot better, which is weird since I've gotten with Stevie. So I don't know if it's, a comfort thing.
I would assume so.
Or, but, even though he's, doesn't live here. So, I don't know. But it's just weird. It's just weird. I'm not mad about it, but, it's just something that I've noticed for sure. Because, I was somebody, some people are oh, I'll experience it, a couple times a year. It was, legit, a couple times a month. It was just so normal.
That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, but I'm also, an incredibly light sleeper. So,
yeah.
I don't know, I don't know, the science behind it. I know it's kind of, my understanding is, you're awake and asleep at the same time. Your brain, your brain wakes up.
Not.
Yes, exactly. Your brain wakes up before your body. And that's why a lot of people, but I don't know, because then how would you be, projecting your dreams? Because some people, see some, weird shit.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the fuck it is. It's just weird.
I actually listened to one of the parts that we talked about my sleep paralysis in the last series, and how we started talking about the hallucinations of some people, and how some people, the synchronicities, and how some people see the same thing.
Yes.
And boy, can I tell you, I was so terrified to fall asleep. So I'm laying in bed thinking about this. So now I'm going to fall asleep. And my brain is going to be set on it. Yeah.
Yes. No, that sounds awful. I'm not really like that. Honestly, I think I'm just so desensitized to everything because I feel I kind of touched on it a little bit, but like I said, it's not diagnosed, but I can pretty much confirm that I have pareidolia.
Yeah.
I see things that, not I'm not hallucinating, I'm not on drugs, just my brain, and I know to some extent everybody's brain automatically makes faces out of inanimate objects. Yeah. But mine is with patterns and there's faces in this wooden door. It's everywhere.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just, so I think because I see it all the time. It's just not.
Oh yeah,
scary.
Definitely.
So I'm just very desensitized to things like that.
Yeah, my first time actually even hearing about sleep paralysis, I would say I was probably in middle school.
Okay, see, I think, I don't know, it's not a new phenomena, but I feel you've heard about a lot of these things well before I did, even though I've been, into the paranormal for, ever.
Yeah, well, the reason I actually heard about it was through Meme's old roommate, Nikki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I think we were at a Halloween party because his family had it every year. And he was actually telling me about the night hag. And
oh no, when you were a baby.
I was terrified. And then he was also telling me about one time he had sleep paralysis and he was looking around the room, and he felt someone sniffing him. And
okay,
it was a hellhound or something like
Holy
that.
Holy shit!
That
Okay, so I'm sorry to cut you off, but that sounds so similar to my most terrifying experience.
Oh really?
So I'll let you finish, and then I can kind of pick up. But
well, I don't have all the details.
Oh yeah,
he would be really interesting to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, had never even heard of sleep paralysis before, and I kind of thought he was, like, nuts and lying. But then I went home and, like, actually, like, read about it and everything, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, this shit's real.
Yeah, so I've had, like I said, this is a regular occurrence. For the most part, besides this one incident, it's just, oh, fuck, I can't move, you know? And, like, even though I experience it constantly, like, it freaks me out.
Yeah.
I think now I'm, like, a little bit, but, like, sometimes I think, like, I don't know, there's a lot of creepy. I guess I have more than one, because there was one I was still kind of dreaming.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I don't know how to describe it, because, like, I was still dreaming, but, like, I knew I was dreaming, but, like, I didn't know I was dreaming. Does that make sense? Like, you're just in a weird, like, I like to call it, like, limbo.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of like that state, but I think I was a little more in the dream section.
Okay, yeah.
Since I'm talking about it, I'm just going to go with this story first, not the
for
super
it.
scary one. So, like, you know, we all have dreams. We have nightmares all the time, but, like, in this particular episode of sleep paralysis, because I remember trying to move, but I couldn't. But, like, again, I was, like, asleep and awake. I think part of me knew I was awake, part of me knew I was asleep. I know it doesn't make any sense, but, like, I don't know how else to describe it because I am dumb. But in my dream, it was so fucking scary. So, I'm in my room, like normal.
Yeah.
You see everything the way you normally would. Like, it's exactly how it's going to look like when I wake up. Like, that's how, like, almost lucid I was.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I woke up and it's normal. So, like, there was this, like, demonic, like, when you think about demonic voices, it's like that deep, like...
Yeah, raspy, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I heard. And then he's like... He said I don't remember exactly. This was, like, over a year ago. It was, like, a year or two ago. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, like, in that. And I'm like, no, you're not. I've got a gun.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, I'm a fucking demon. And then he slams the door. And, like, it was so real. I was like, ah! So, I was like, oh, damn. And then I woke up and I'm like, thank God. But... the scariest one for me, like, because that one, like I said, I think because I knew I was pretty much dreaming, so it wasn't so bad. But, like, my worst ever sleep paralysis, like, I did not go back to sleep. I probably woke up at, like, 3 in the morning. I was like, nope. I was here in my parents' house for, like, you know, whatever reason, back home from college. I think I was still in college because I was talking to one of my college friends, like, right after I texted him. I'm like, holy fuck. But I was in the bedroom, not my bedroom that I grew up in, but, like, you know, that back bedroom was kind of where they would put me when I would come visit. So I was back there, but it wasn't anything unusual. That's where they would keep me. It sounds weird. But I had the worst experience, like, of my life. So, what had happened, what it felt like somebody was on top of me, pinning my arms above my head, and, like, I could not move. In that same token, though, in that same, like, because while they're pinning me down, I felt, like, the sound, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sound really stupid, and, like,
it's not stupid.
Thanks. But, like, this is, like, the sound it was making while licking the inside of my ear. It was like, see, like, but, like, I know you're like, it's so fun, but, like, that was fucking scary, dude.
No, because I'm just watching you do it. I'm not a demon. That's why I'm laughing.
But it was just, like, that, like, creepy, like, growly, like...
Yeah.
It wasn't even, like, guttural. It was just, like...
Yeah.
Just yucky.
Ugh.
And it was... I could feel, like... It wasn't even, like, I just had the sensation of something. Like, I was like, oh, like, something's in my ear. It felt like it was, like, wet. And it was almost like, if... Like, in my mind,
I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Do you remember when we went to dinner and everybody was, like, stringing my words in, like, one sentence?
No.
Oh my God. So it was, I thought you were there. I could have sworn you were there. It was, like, my mom and Aunt Mimi. I really thought you and Margot were there, too. My mom was like, moist, coagulated, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, my God. And then they're like, oh, wait, we should probably... No, it's gross. It's like... God, I just think of, like, dick cheese.
Oh, why?
Cottage cheese.
I think of, like scabs and stuff like
gross,
that.
but not that gross. I'm disgusting. Well, we got way off topic.
All right, dick cheese.
But But, like I said, in my mind's eye, the tongue, to me, reminded me of, like, a snake or a lizard tongue, but, like, really long and thick. Like a thick daddy.
So, like, the guy from Kiss?
Yeah, but, like, not that thick. Like, still a little more, like, reptilian.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't, like, people thick. But it was, like, it was a thick daddy.
Okay.
Like, but... And it was just, like, just kept, like, just, like, making out with my ear and, like, growling gutturally. It was gross. It scared the shit out of me. And, like, I still, like, to this day, like, this wasn't, like, new. No. This didn't happen like that. This happened years ago. Also, my apologies. The dogs are out, so you'll hear them. That's not a ghost.
It's a ghost.
But that was just, like, my experience. That was my first experience. Well, not my first, but that was, it was my first experience, like, having, like, those auditory hallucinations. Yeah. Like I said, besides the one where I was still pretty much dreaming, I've never had anything else like that.
Yeah, see, I think just about all of mine have come with, like, auditory hallucinations.
Oh, ew.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, like, I would almost rather see something than hear something.
I don't know. Honestly.
Well, because, I mean, I feel like, I only say that because, so, like, you know you're dreaming. Yeah. So you're gonna wake up. Yeah. Like, I've had plenty of shitty bad dreams, but, like, you wake up and it's over. Yeah. If I feel like I'm hearing, like, constant, like, whatever, I'm gonna be thinking about that. Like, did I actually hear that? Like, because I've had some really fucking weird, like, auditory hallucinations. Not really, like I said, I think I was, like, in the limbo state with them. I wasn't really, like, it wasn't a sleep paralysis. It was, like, in the, what I call the limbo stage. It's, I don't know if I've explained it, but it's between awake and asleep. You know, you're just kind of, like, you're not really quite there yet, but you're, like, still
you're in the
somewhat...
process.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I refer to it as limbo. I don't know why. It's just weird.
No, I think that, honestly, the scariest one I actually brought up in the last episode was hearing screaming coming from underneath my bed.
Yeah, okay, and I know that we kind of touched on it, but, I mean, I guess now we can kind of go into a little bit more detail with it, but since we're kind of coming up to our stopping point, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it now. Okay, so this is part 1. We're getting ready to start part 2, so you can join us there just in a little bit. So thank you for listening to part 1. We'll see you in part 2.